Hello and welcome. It's Bio here. So, yeah, I'll do some more Cheaternite. So, this time, however, I've got all the bells and whistles, just in case anybody, decides to be like, well, what about this? What about that? Like, okay, let me show you something. I got 120 FPS mode on. I got VRR on. I've also got VRR on games that uh, I got both of the VRR on. Now, what I mean by that is there is a there's the VRR on the PS5 where any game that actually has that, it'll just straight up use it. But then I've also got the other one on where if there's an unsupported game, it'll still use it for that. And yeah, I just wanted to show you something. So off, show FPS on, 120 FPS mode is on, license audio is muted. Uh, Red scale is 90. I do have net debug stats on. Yeah, I mean, and just to show you something, let's see, vibration is off. And then I'm actually using advanced settings. I have my own custom keybinds, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, but let me explain to you what I mean by all the bells and whistles. Okay, I am running 1440p at 120 FPS with VRR, and it is a fast IPS monitor, 180 hertz, so I can, I still have wiggle room, obviously. Let's see, fast IPS, 1 millisecond time. Um, yeah, pretty much everything you could think of. I mean, I've pretty much got on. Okay. Now, I figured I would mention that because, well, when we start getting in here, people can't just say, oh, well, they're just running higher up. Yeah, they have lower this, lower that. And before we get in there, let me explain to you about ping. Ping is perfectly fine if you are in, say, 50s and 60s. But once you hit like towards the hundreds, yeah, that's when you start going lagging. So the closer you get to 100, you end up actually lagging more. So, oh, and not to mention, I'm also hardwired with Cat 6. Either a Cat, I think it's a Cat 6 or I was thinking it's either a Cat 6 or a Cat 7 cable, but I'm pretty sure it's a Cat 6 cable. So I've got plenty of speed. So I've got more than enough speed. Um, and I am technically using the game mode that they essentially have on the monitor, which in my case would be racing mode, um, because racing mode or game mode, um, because I have an Asus monitor, and some of them have one that's just straight up called game mode, and the other one's just called racing mode. Either way you put it, yeah. And I do have the ELMV or whatever to make it less motion blur even on top of that. And this particular monitor actually has the that particular setting, but it also has the sync version of it, um, which means that I can technically do that and still use the R at the same time, because most monitors don't allow you to do both VRR and the ELMB, whatever friggin' mode. But I particularly don't like using it because of how dark it makes the screen, and I don't think very many people do, but it doesn't really make a drastic difference, um, especially when you're already doing a higher freaking FPS anyway. Everything's already. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem. Like, everything's clear enough for me. I mean, I can see everything just fine. So, I literally have zero issues when it comes to motion blur on here. I mean, I know there's downstairs, but I gotta make sure I get everything up here first. Come on. Okay. Oh, yeah, and that's something else I wanted to show you, too. So people can't try to say that would add, like, some kind of, latency or anything. Yeah, the record replays, all that's off. Now, for Energy Saver, I could turn it off, too, just to, well, just to, you know, in case people say that, you know, causes any kind of issue. Now, like I explained to my buddy, you get that feeling like either people are cheating or all the bells and whistles are a gimmick. You know which one it could be. Because funny enough, you know, I actually just recorded a video where somebody had ended up getting me, and it was crazy because they won, but I think they ended up getting like 10 kills. But the thing about it is, though, is the fact that whenever they put up a wall like this, they edited it. Well, I don't. They might have. Yeah, they might have just edited it and shot me, and then edited it back so fast that it's impossible. Without cheating, there's no way it's possible. I only know this because look, even if I just do that, there's still a freaking delay. There's still a very small delay. You would literally have to shoot the freaking build. See? Like, I'm pushing it as fast as I can to try to shoot. So, you know. But, yeah. I did record it. I'm going to have to look at it and see if they edit it or just straight up put like a whole freaking wall down or rebuilt it, or I don't know. But the point is even if you put the wall down, you still get a delay. I mean, yeah, you can easily shoot it quickly, at, you know, like randomly, but my point is there's still a delay. So let's watch. Okay, let's put a ball and shoot, right? But there's a delay after that. So it's either a delay right here or a delay before you go to edit. Because got it. Yeah, see, actually, it doesn't even always pull your freaking gun back out either. Not every single time. So there's that too. Weird. But, you know, just wish Epic would actually start freaking doing something about these freaking cheating turds, but you know. I think what it's going to come down to is once there's enough evidence against Epic Games not doing anything about cheating, which is sort of obvious, I think then, and only then, will they realize, because once they end up getting like court papers or something, and called out and everything else, and you know, more than enough proof to where they can't do jack squat. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way they can win. Kind of proof, you know, like because once you gather so much proof, it's gonna be very hard to deny that you do something about cheating. Wow, ain't about much. Yeah, look at the fake TikToker. I love how some of them go by TikTok and Twitch and. Mhm. But I love how they don't seem to, you know, miss. That guy literally missed not one shot. And I want to point something out. So that's one way of actually telling. It's sort of a dead giveaway. Um, because even if you were pointing directly at them, sitting down like he was, not every shot's going to hit. It's just the way the game itself is made. Because you can sit there and shoot and shoot and shoot, and not every single shot is going to hit. I mean, there's going to be a lot of them that will, obviously, but, you know, not every single freaking one. I mean, dang it, move. You serious right now? See, like with this is a little different, because this is a suppressed scar and it's gold, obviously. But, when you cut, yeah, see, I just missed one there and I didn't even move. But, let's see here. Let's see. I'm missing some shots, and it's like, but you can see where some of them shots are literally missing. And, you know, but then you get some people that use a freaking gray AR like that, just don't miss at all. Nothing. And it's like, I mean, Amos just sucks on here. And ever since they seriously dumbed it down a long time ago, it's, oh man, I tell you, we people like me that do play fair, we used to actually able to have settings that could fight against these cheaters. That's why it wasn't as bad, probably. But to take a wild guess, that's probably why it wasn't as bad. But when you dumb everything down, thinking, oh, well, these people are just using these settings, they're just good at aiming, well, then how do you keep explaining it? Because, you know, the weaker you make the aim assist, yet they still don't tend to miss. I mean, I'm just saying, but it's true. Like, how are we going to explain that one? You dumb it down, you dumb it down, you dumb it down, and yet they still don't miss. And then some of them will literally miss on purpose, and you can obviously see that, but they ain't too bad today. In the 30s. About 30. 30 to the mid, slightly upper 30s. I say slightly upper because it's like 36. That's slightly upper because technically, you know, 35 is mid, so. Don't climb? Get out of contact. Climb on F. You can't climb on that, huh? I'm pretty sure you used to be able to. But yeah, I just wanted to point out the obvious, but I do have all the bells and whistles. Just to kind of show you how pointless it is, obviously. And to show you how, it's a gimmick because, you got two things. Either they're cheating or it's a gimmick. So that means that, the R's a gimmick, 1440p at 120 FPS is a gimmick. Yeah, the whole, input latency, the whole this, that, and the other, it's all gimmick, obviously. So I wonder, which one do you guys think it is? You think it's a gimmick or just cheaters? Because if you go look at my stats, which all you have to do is go to FortniteTracker.com and type in my gamer tag, and I don't hide my stats because there's no reason. Sure, there's some days that I don't do as good as others, but I'm not bad at the game. It's just when you tend to get into a lot of lobbies, where there's at least one or two cheaters, you tend to not do very well because it's either every match or every other freaking match that you end up getting put in a lobby where there's cheaters. Most of the time, there's more than one cheater. You got to think about it from my perspective, right? Like, think about it this way. People used to just be like, oh, well, you're not going to find a cheater every match, blah, blah. Let me explain something to you. Yeah, you can. First of all, you may not go into the same match. You could go into 5 different matches and be completely different people every single time. Or you can go into 5 different matches and end up with the same cheater in the same freaking match 5 games in a row. So there's that. And then there's also the fact that, well, you have to remember, when you can have 100 people in a match at one time, that's a lot of people. You're telling me there's no chance that there's more than one cheater in there? When there's over 90 people in there, basically 100. Because sometimes it's 90 or over 90 or 100. Point is you can have up to 100 people. You're gonna tell me out of 100 people there might only be one dude? Come on, really? Think about that for a second. Bot. I'm sure that one's a bot. Maybe. Ooh, I'll take that, thank you. This one ain't a bot. How the frick did you get up there already? Ah, friggin' missed. Should have aimed slightly to the left. Yes, we shoot slightly. Diddly, diddly. Hi. Who would know there's something else cute? Huh? Her looking all cute. I like it. I'm gonna take you a nap for you. Love you, baby girl. I was screwing up my edits and builds. No, I wasn't screwing up my edits, but I was definitely messing up my builds on that one. So cute. Love you. Trying not to mess up my builds this time. Last time that was sort of on me. I hope you get it right. Hello. No! Wait, what? better. No. I got you. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Oh, boy, look at that tree. No, I have to flip. That's a real person. Oh, never mind. It's a bot. Mr. Botman. So sweet. This one may not be a bot, though. Oh. Okay. Not exactly expecting that. Oh. Right. Come on down. Get a better barn. Hi. Got you. Yeah, that's right. Dance, boy, dance. Dance, girl, dance. You're the girl. You're that boy. You're the girl. Well, we could tell that one wasn't a bot. That was sort of obvious. What the? Why is it every time there's always one dude that's magically two? Look at that, and he's already on me. No, come on. I love how they're so quick. They're so accurate. In the middle of fights, just never miss. Hit every single shot, you know. Don't know how to miss. Don't know how to miss. Old Weapon King's over here sitting on their thumbs, spinning in circles. Wondering if they're ever going to get dizzy enough. Oh, I know, you're probably one of them that don't know how to miss either. It's like, I hit my shots, but yet, you know. When I say don't know how to miss, we're talking like, they don't know how to miss headshots. Not just body shots, but headshots. But I've noticed that I can sit there and take the exact same gun that the other person has, the exact same color, if not a better color, sit there and just laser them, and they still get me. Like, wait a minute, wouldn't you have had to hit, like, all headshots at that point? It's funny how they tend to do that, but Epic doesn't seem to think there's anything funny going on. I mean, heck, they still haven't even done anything about the one guy in that, one video I did, like, what, 2.5 weeks ago? They still ain't done it near that Joker. Dude's still cheating. Ain't done nothing about it or anything. It's ridiculous. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? It was a Christmas miracle whenever the freaking servers and everything went down last night. I was so happy. Come on, come in here and one hit me. You know you want to. Oh, hey. Wow, look at that. Did a 360 and what hit me? Just perfect. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, though. It's like, well, when you got people sitting there just doing spins and this, that, and the other, it's not trick shots, okay? It used to be back in the day, like you could, if you had fast enough settings, you could like spin and just try to hit it. But you would notice that people would sit there and try and try and try and try. Clearly not cheating. Now, all of a sudden, first time, every single time. First try, every single time. And it's not even the same people. It could be any of these jokers. Doesn't have to be, it doesn't even have to be this person. It could be another one. Doesn't even have to be people that played then. Because believe it or not, there's actually a lot of, new accounts that seem to be getting all kinds of freaking crap all of a sudden. Because if you go to FortniteTracker.com, look at some of the new accounts when you're sitting here playing. Look at some of the new accounts that are just added. And they're just in here just, mashing people's faces and like they had just started playing a game or something. I had to stop the shooting. Apparently, whenever that happens, you press the right trigger and it stops. I think Epic Games needs to shut down the freaking servers to Fortnite for a good while until they can pick out the cheaters and just kind of, or at least shut it down until they decide to want to actually do that. Because I don't know, I kind of feel like if they don't make money for a while, you know what I mean? Like they don't make money for a while on this game, maybe then they'll be like, we should probably, because I could probably go on Google right now and look up a freaking what does it look like when somebody actually, when you report somebody and something actually happens. I guarantee it, it ain't gonna be hard to find that picture. Like, hey, look, they just want to pick and choose, and then when they don't want to do anything at all. I mean, I'm just saying, but if you remember what happened last night, that doesn't exactly sound like, that was just randomly happened. I mean, think about it. All it takes is common sense. There was no new update, so it wasn't an update that messed it up. It caused people not to log in. And not only that, but it kept freezing on whenever it's trying to choose your region settings and stuff, making sure everything on there is like set up. It was screwing up on that, and that's what was freezing once you logged in or nothing. I mean, it's not like it was caused by so many people being online, because right before that happened, there was only about 67, 70,000 some odd people online total. And yeah, you can actually go look at how many people's online, not just on the game either. Yep, we jumped out. That's what the fight. Look, see? You know, for somebody that was wanting to fight so bad, just didn't want to rush all of a sudden. Weird. He's probably just going to sit in there and wait until I come over. Just so I can try to one hit me. Exactly what I was going to do. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go this way. He's going to sit there and look goofy. Nah, I don't even like it for the thing. That thing sucks so bad. Funny thing is, that guy didn't even go very far because he was right freaking here, grabbed this stuff, and then. Wow, so he jumped back in the plane. Okay. Good, buddy. Now, why am I getting teamed on, bro? Where you going, big boy? Look at that. Still shooting at me, both of them. I'll suck this down because I know he's probably going to end up getting me. What the heck? Ah! Whatever. I got him. He got me, I think. Did I actually get one? I didn't even get an elimination! How, man? You sit there and see me shoot him right in the face! How did I not get that elimination? I literally shot him right in the face. See, it's that kind of crap that happens. That's something else that I don't quite understand. It's like, how is it that I can shoot somebody, they get eliminated, and I still don't get the elimination, but they get the elimination on me? It makes no sense. And besides, even if for some crazy reason the game was messed up and it didn't, even though I actually shot and everything and I actually hit him, even though for any crazy reason it didn't count, you remember I was the last one to actually hit him. So when he got eliminated, I should have still got the elimination. Because, here's an example. So, some of you might be like, well, that's not true because you're already eliminated. Well, yeah, we got eliminated at the same time, but here's the thing. If you get eliminated, you have to trap up. As long as you don't go back to the lobby, and somebody walks into it and they get eliminated, you get the elimination for it. So there's that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So yeah. I mean, obviously I got that elimination, but it didn't count for some weird reason. Princess. Here you go, honey. Dork. Yeah, so you realize how fast you have to be, like, have your settings to turn as fast as the one guy did. Because I'm not using slow settings, obviously. I mean, these are not exactly that slow. Just saying. Now if I use like Phase Jarvis or Jarvis's old settings, yeah, I can whip around pretty quick and do things like that. But
Those settings are also a bit higher. Ruh-roh. Now there's no way you should know I'm sitting in here. None. Come back. So you're not gonna come back or what? Didn't turn around and see the tree wasn't gone all of a sudden? Not sure if he came this way or not. If he did, he went over that way. I don't think he actually came through here. Hmm. Yeah, he went over that way. Up on what me and Kurt call Tweety Mountain. Wow, there's only 2 people left. Holy crap. I'll just keep sneaking around hiding in my little bush. Don't think that guy realizes how many people's actually left. Surprised the other guy ain't shooting at him yet. He hopped in the plane. Oh, crap. I don't know if I go over here, it'll probably turn around and go back over there, and if I go stay over there, it'll probably come over here. It's just how it friggin' works. Yeah. It's dumb that way. We're gonna do it. Go over that way, it'll go this way, it'll go this way, it'll go that way. Basically what it did. Yeah, because I totally landed in the tree. Wow. Yeah, shoot me down, because that's a genius move. Look at that, he's not missing anything. And he's so quick. No way. My gun would not shoot even after it was partially reloaded. But it's funny how all of a sudden he just started acting like he was just gonna let me win. Ew. Cracker Jack. Okay. Come here, you. I want to kiss you. I love you. I love you. I such a pretty girl. Mwah. You're such a princess. Yes, you are. There you go. Hoo-ah! Hoobity hoobla! Hoobity hoobla! Hoobity hoobla! Yeah, you could tell something was fishy at that last guy, though. Obviously. Yeah, he was cheating. Yeah, that was just sort of clear as day. Somebody hopping in a plane over there. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know. See, I think it's funny how it was way worse before I started streaming. All of a sudden I started streaming and it's like, there's not as many cheaters all of a sudden. It's like they all just were like, hey, he's coming to stream. I mean, there's obviously still something in here, but just not as many. What, that works. La da da, la da da, la da da. There's soap juice up here. Uh-oh. He's not even aiming at me! I love how my crap does all that damn. Look! Gray shotgun doesn't aim at me. You've seen it yourself. He was literally hitting shots that he wasn't even, like, looking at me with. Now that's also another thing that proves my point about the whole cheater thing. Because, well, you know, some might have said, you know, oh, well, it's just, you know, faster FPS or this, that, or the other. Because they've tried that before, right? How do you explain this? He was hitting shots and he, I don't know if you noticed, but wasn't exactly looking at me when he hit him. Just pointing out the obvious. And I've got all the bells and whistles to, you know, for the PS5 to work correctly, so, I mean, I'm just saying, but, you know, VRR, 120, the whole shebang. All of it. And people still be doing stuff like that where they don't have to aim at you and still hit you. I love how I physically have to aim at somebody on here to hit him. And you know how another way I know is because of my buddy on here, Kurt. He uses default dead zones, default sensitivity. He does not use default build and edit, obviously, but still. Besides the build and edit, his sensitivity is default. And when he turns a lot slower than this guy and me. And anytime he does that where he's like turning real slow and doesn't hit a shot, guess what? It don't actually hit. But funny enough, people that play fair actually have to aim at him. Love it. Love how it makes sense. Anybody that's playing fair has got to legitimately aim at the person, right? But then you get a cheater that's like, nope, I'll aim the opposite direction. I had a freaking guy do that a while ago where they literally aimed the opposite direction. I mean, literally, they were pointing the opposite direction of me and shot and hit me. Like, wait, what? Like, it was messed up. Look at that. Look at that. It's like every time he would aim it, it like went towards the person, but it didn't even hit him. But it did hit him. It went towards the person, but not actually on him. You see that thing called a crosshair right there? It has to be inside of that. You don't believe me? You want people to sit there in the mouth and, you know, your buddy might be sitting there next to you. Oh, he's full of crap. Okay, test it out. I'll wait. Go ahead, test it out. Find out for yourself. Because that's the one thing that people tend to not do when they run their mouths. They don't test it out. That's one of the problems, you know? Because, funny enough, you know, I see these people all the time when they're sitting there running their mouth. They're like, oh, that's false. That's not true. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So test it out yourself. Don't matter what it is. Does not matter what it is. Test it out yourself. And when you come back with the same freaking thing I did, what are you going to say then? Ooh, he was right. Because we all know you ain't going to apologize. I've noticed something. He just got hit, took no damage. But every one of his shots will do damage even with the sniper. Oh, that one hurt. What? You got hit one time and you gotta run? How come you didn't run when I hit you for like 160, 180? And you know some of the craziest freaking things ever on this game? I'll actually message some of these cheaters, and you know the crap that they'll tell me that obviously proves that they're freaking cheating? Oh, I ain't played in over a year. I just got back on the game. Then how are you doing this? You went that long, and you just get back on and you're just magically godly? I don't think that's how that works. Actually, it's not, I don't think. I know that's not how that works. And then, you know, you'll be sitting there talking to them, and they'll even be like, because some of them will be like, oh, I ain't been on for 6 months, I ain't been on a year, I ain't been on 2 years. It's like, oh, yeah, you ain't been on it so long, but yet you get on and you're just godly instantly, huh? That's just how that works. And you know they're full of crap because Epic Games likes to mess with the mechanics and sensitivities and, you know, the freaking aim assist and everything else. So you know they're full of crap because the only way they're going to get back on and start doing stuff like that is if they were freaking cheating. Doesn't it take a rocket scientist to figure out? Then you go look at their like stats and stuff, and it's like, yeah, okay. And some of these cheaters act like they're so much better than you, and it's like, you do realize My stats are at least double or triple yours. So if my stats are double and triple yours, and you're just taking me out like I just started playing a game, well, you don't think that's just, not odd? I mean, I seen a guy not even that long ago sit there and get friggin', what was it, like 18 kills? And he had just started playing a game. He had a brand new account like 33 minutes prior to that. And then the funny thing about that situation was the fact that he was his buddy tried to tell us, oh, well, he couldn't remember his password to his PlayStation account. Right? Like, that's what he said. But turns around and says, this is the same account that he's on Fortnite. Well, wait a minute. If you're on that account on PlayStation and you can't remember the frickin' password, how are you on that same account that you can't seem to remember the password to? That doesn't make any sense. Like, how are you going to be on an account that you don't know the password to? Because he was on PlayStation. It's not like he was on Xbox or, one of the other ones or anything. He was actually on PlayStation. With the account signed in on PlayStation that he supposedly didn't know the password to, right? Now, his buddy's like, oh, he couldn't remember his password. Then how the frick did he sign in to Epic Games with that same email if he doesn't remember the password to the PlayStation account? When it's the same freaking thing. Ooh. Like, it didn't make any sense, because it's like, you're telling me he forgot his password on PlayStation, but the Epic Games account is the exact same one he's on PlayStation, the same one he uses for the PlayStation, but yet he somehow forgot the password. It doesn't make any sense. How did you forget it and still be signed in to the Epic Games on your PlayStation on that exact account? It literally doesn't make sense. Well, I figured I'd come up to you, buddy. See what kind of aimbot you got, bud? Because we know you're probably aimbotting, since you ain't missed not one shot yet. With me hopping all over the place like a daggone frog. Look at that. He still freaking hit me on the way down. Dude is literally an aimbot. There's no freaking way. Now people get the misconception of, oh, well, they're not cheating. If they were cheating, how did you win that fight? Are you serious? See, here's the thing. Just because someone's cheating doesn't mean you won't win the fight. Unless they're using God mode. Because at that point, there's no killing them. You literally can't kill them at that point. You know, like the guy that I caught on video cheating using God mode. That Epic Games still hasn't done anything about. And heck, I mean, even the other day, it was me and another guy fighting. We both fell from the exact same height. I had 100 health. I got eliminated. He didn't take no fall damage at all. It was just a straight down drop. There was nothing he could bounce off of. Straight down drop. It was just like that one right there that I just got. It was just like him, except for it was higher up. Guess what? He's still playing. He ain't banned. They ain't done nothing about him either. The heck are you at, dude? You okay? Yours hit, mine didn't, and mine hit right on you. Makes sense. Love it. The heck are you doing? Right through them. Come on now. I don't know where he thinks he's gonna run to. Ed White. That's him. Yes, your guy. Not one bullet hit. But if that would have been somebody else, every bullet would have hit. No freaking way. There's no way he could be standing. Wow! I shot at the exact same time he did. There's no way you could be that quick. I literally shot as you peeked out. And you didn't even take damage. There is no freaking way, dude. He's literally got 50 and 35. He took 0 damage. But he got a headshot on me? Yeah, sure. So you could just jump out that fast and disappear that fast and still get a headshot? Yeah, yeah, no. Not possible. Not without cheating, at least. He's outrunning the storm when he's not even on a slow side. Think about that for a second. Not even on the slow side. He's on the fast side. And he just freaking runs right out of the storm. Like, you realize how far in the storm he was? And he just basically just runs right out of it? Like, yeah, okay. Here before long, I'm gonna get off and then get back on, but I'm gonna stream something else. Just trying to think of what one I want to stream. Cause I do have a couple games in mind I want to stream, but oh, hi baby, hi baby, hi baby. What is it, honey? I love you too. I love you too, baby girl. Oh no. I love you too, honey. So adorable. You're just so loving. You know that. I love you too. You're just so loving. Yes, her is. Her so loving. Dork. You want to play. Her wants to play. Dork. Oh, baby. Guys, you ain't yelled at me yet. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Let me help you out, bud. Think that's a smart idea? Again, you think that was a smart idea? Who the frick else is shooting at me? Why is it every single time I try to fight somebody? I swear it's like somebody else is just shooting at me every single time. It never fails. Unless he shot one of those things, which I think is what he did, but how could he have shot one? How could he have shot one after he was dead, though? I don't know, I think somebody still shot me. Sorry, you got the wrong neighborhood, bud. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times me and Kurt, if we sit here playing, right, and we'll fight one team. As soon as we start fighting them, man, we're like messing each other up. There's like two other teams that just show up and only shoot at us. Only shoot at us. They don't ever shoot at the other people. They only shoot at us. So then we have like 2 or 3 teams shooting at just me and him at one time. Thank you. Boy, I'm just getting freaking upgrades left and right for free. I'll just sit back and wait, I guess. Doing that just in case anybody sneaks up there and tries to grab one. You know he's got to come back over this way, right? So why go all the way over there? No, and you got to come all the way back over here. Really? Gotcha! Oh, no way. He turned around so quick. Ooh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, no way. Why's he gotta reload? I already reloaded. I love reloading and then have to reload again without freaking shooting anything. Oh my gosh. Look who decided to show up, everybody. Oh, Kurt decided to show up. You see that, everybody? Uh-oh. He's into it, isn't he? Well, just so you know, everybody can't hear you. Ah! Dang it. I failed. I failed. Oh. Well, I was just letting you know. Okay. I was actually getting ready to hop off of it. Not the game itself, but the stream here in a minute. Oh. Weird. Okay. All right, so I am going to hop off here in a second. So if you guys enjoyed, please give it a big fat thumbs up. Maybe subscribe if you do. Please turn your post notifications on. Make sure to set them to all. And yeah, we'll be back with some more Cheaternite, because there's just too many freaking cheaters on this game. But anyways, hopefully you have a hopefully you guys have a great and blessed day, and have a great Christmas. And I'll catch you later.